turn, please step up to the podium and introduce yourself, stating your name and any organization for the record.
My name is Nicole Delane, and I am here to tell you how I was poisoned by Levaquin. In February 2014, I was a healthy 41-year-old who earned this medal for finishing my first half marathon. 2 months later, I was poisoned by a combination of Levaquin and Flonase, a black box warning contraindication. They were prescribed for an acute sinus infection that was never cultured. Despite discussing in great detail my recent and upcoming races with the nurse practitioner, she never warned of the existing black box warnings for tendon rupture, a warning any runner would certainly want to know. Worse, I was never warned of the contraindications of Levaquin and Flonase together. The prescribing nurse and filling pharmacist said nothing. There was no informed consent. Isn't a black box warning the highest warning the FDA can put on a drug? Since when did the standard of care for an acute sinus infection include blatantly ignoring a prescription's black box warning? If I had been informed, I could have avoided so much physical, emotional, and financial hardship. Sadly, the truth is that this is how fluoroquinolones are being prescribed. Using Levaquin for a sinus infection is like using an atomic bomb to kill a fly. By sheer luck, I did not exercise while taking these drugs. I only took 3 of the 7 pills I was prescribed, but that was enough to trigger devastating adverse effects. My symptoms were immediate, and for months, this former long-distance runner could barely walk or stand. I started to document my symptoms daily, which have numbered near 100 to date. I have suffered from body-wide tendon pain, stabbing pains, ear and eye pain, thyroid and hormone issues, constant ringing in my ears, vision and heart disturbances, vertigo, brain fog, short-term memory loss, an overwhelming feeling of despair, and so many others, all happening at the same time. I cried nearly every day for 6 months. But the worst is that I may now have kidney disease. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I taken all 7 pills. Listening to my own words as I try to describe what happened to me sounds so dry and so far removed from the horrors I actually lived through. It is impossible to explain this terrible poisoning experience in terms that a non-Flox person can understand. Floxing is invisible, and I've never felt so alone. My 2 young kids watched their stay-at-home mom lay on the couch, crying for weeks, unable to properly care for them. My hands were so weak I couldn't even pick up my 2-year-old son when he asked, "How many more people have to be harmed?" These drugs belong in a hospital setting and should only be used for life and death infections. I leave you with this. It's something my 3-year-old son says to me every night before we go to bed. He says, "Mommy, I wish you hadn't taken that bad drug. I wish I hadn't either, baby, because it's not okay to poison people."
Thank you.